but it helps me. So 3 to go. Sherry Johnson says, was it appropriate for the president to take a smiling from ear-to-ear selfie at a funeral? Followed right behind by Jenna Rianne Murphy, who says, I just don't have words for this man anymore. Although Michelle's face is pretty much the funniest thing I've seen all day. What are your thoughts? For those of you who haven't seen it, Obama took some selfies at the Mandela ceremony, and he was taking selfies and kind of chatting up the Danish prime minister, who's a blonde woman, who's, they're calling her really hot. I don't think she's super hot, but she's attractive, blonde. And there's a series of pictures where you see Obama taking a selfie with this woman and somebody else, and then you see him talking to her, and Michelle is just shooting daggers out of her eyes. And then the next thing you know, she switched seats with Obama. There's a lot to say about this. A lot to say about this. First of all, these people don't like each other, and they never have. I really mean it. I think Michelle Obama is one of the most mean-spirited people in the world. I think Barack, actually, the only person I ever see Obama, the only time I actually feel sympathetic towards Obama is when he's with his wife. That's the only time I actually really kind of like the guy. Because when he's with his wife, he seems a little looser and more friendly and laughing a little more, and she just looks like one of the meanest person that ever lived. I have no doubt about it. I have no doubt at all that she meant it. She'd never been proud of this country before her husband was a candidate for the presidency. And so looking at Michelle's face, I just realized what I've always known about Michelle. She's just a harpy. She's a shrew. He married a Valkyrie, and he knows it. So I'm sympathetic to Barry on this one, to the degree that I think he's married to a very mean-spirited, nasty, angry, controlling woman. Now, we get into a larger issue. When you hear Obama talk about Michelle and you hear Michelle talk about Barack, it's extremely, extremely dysfunctional and childish. She will say things like, his feet smell, and I don't let him do this, and he doesn't pick up his underwear, and all this other stuff. She'll say this on Oprah, and everybody titters and giggles, and it's like, if that was my wife out there and said, and she got on the Oprah show, watched by millions of people, I'm running for president. She says, he leaves his dirty underwear around, and sometimes he doesn't take a shower, and he smells bad, and I have to constantly remind him to pick up his socks and all this other stuff. The second that woman comes home, I'm sitting her down, I'm saying, we're going to have a conversation right now. Okay, you will never, ever, ever discuss those qualities of our personal life to anybody, anywhere, ever again, or else you are going to be divorced from me very, very quickly. I will not be embarrassed by my wife like this. It's got nothing to do with me being president of the United States. You will not ever speak about me in public the way you spoke about me on that show again, or else you're going to be a single woman. Do we understand each other on this? Are we crystal clear on this? Crystal clear? Okay, because I don't talk about you that way, and you're not going to talk about me that way. That's absolutely not going to happen. I will divorce you in a heartbeat before I will allow people to think that I am being ruled by you like I'm some kind of 10-year-old boy. Honestly, you really go out there and make me look like a 10-year-old child? I'm the president of the United States of America, for God's sakes. You will not discuss anything like this with me ever again. And next time you speak about me in public, it'll be affectionately, humorously, or reverently. At least respectfully. You will never speak about these kind of things again in public, or else I will divorce you on the Oprah show. We clear on this, Michelle? Good. That's the first thing. If the guy cannot be the head of his own household, how is he supposed to run the country? If you don't think that the Russians and the Chinese study the body language of this guy, and when you hear him talk about Michelle, it's the mirror image of everything that he says about her. Michelle doesn't let me watch too many sports, or Michelle won't let me have the Blueberry, or Michelle limits me to an hour a day on this, or Michelle won't let me do this. It's like, what do you mean she won't let you? Who the hell are you? What kind of a man are you, for God's sakes? I wouldn't want to hear that kind of thing from a baker. I wouldn't want to hear this from a guy who's changing the oil on my car. And you're telling me that the president of the United States is telling me that he's completely run by this woman, and that she runs his life and treats him like a boy? What the hell do you think that tells? What do you think that tells other people? What do you think that tells? Hang on one second. Hello? Just missed it. That's a call I had to take. That's the boy's mom. No, I don't let anybody talk to me that way, or about me that way. And she's just, he's just a a wimp. I always has been. So there's that. And I think the other thing I will say is just the selfie aspect of it. This is extremely offensive to me. We're expected to fly the flags of our entire nation at half-mast for a foreigner out of respect for this man's tremendous, moral whatever. I don't buy it for a second, but the fact is, so we're supposed to run our flags at half-mast for 10 days, and the President of the United States can't keep a straight face and not act like a child for an hour in the memorial service? Really? You don't realize that you're in front of people here? Wow. Honestly. And then the final thing I'll say, Jeremy pointed out. Jeremy said, he said, we're pretty good friends, right? I said, yeah. He said, how many selfies have we taken of each other? I said, none. He turned to another guy who works here named Jonathan. Jonathan, how many selfies have we taken together? He said, none. He said, that's right, because men don't take selfies with themselves. Men take selfies with other men? No. Men only take selfies with women. It's a flirty thing. It's a romance thing. It's kind of like, I'm here, a picture with this hot girl, snap a picture. So I've taken selfies with lots of women, but I've never once taken a selfie with another guy. So, yeah, so of course he's flirting with him. I don't blame her. And Michelle, my God, of the two, she's the one that I just can't bear. And like I said, it takes somebody like Michelle Obama to make me feel sorry for Barack Obama. So there's that anyway.